Welcome back, Year 3 to English with me, Mr. C. I hope you're going okay. I'm still back at my house, not at school. Okay, I know it can be tricky learning at home. It's tricky for me, teaching at home. Okay, but thank you to all those people who are trying their hardest. I hope you didn't hear that sound. That was a ding ding. That was another video I've just made that's ready. So that's okay. Let's have a look. So we've been studying, the book A Way Home for Wolf. I keep doing that. Sorry about that. Okay, and that's what we've been looking at. So for all of you who have been joining me before, you know the first thing I like to do is to have a warm-up lesson, a warm-up game to get our brains thinking. So bear with me while I share my screen. And here it is here. Oh, here I am covering up. I'm going to put myself up in the corner there. Hopefully I won't be blocking too much. So let's have a look. So our warm-up game today is going to be looking at the A sound. Okay, the A sound can be written in 3 different ways. It can be a digraph, AY, and this usually comes at the end of a word. Okay, at the end of a word. AI, another digraph, is usually in the middle of a word. And the split digraph, AE, is usually in the middle, or it can be at the end of a word as well. Okay, so we're going to be using these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flash up a word for you, a picture. I'm going to say it as a sentence. I'm going to break it up into pure sounds for you and see if you can write them down using the correct spelling. Let's see how you go. So the first word is snake. The snake slithered across the grass. What are those sounds? A snake. See if you can write down the word snake for me. Well done. Let's have a look at the next one. Play. The children like to play at lunchtime. A play. Write the word play for me. Well done. Let's have a look. My next word is maid. Now be careful. This is a homophone. So we want the maid who does the cleaning. Okay. A maid had to clean up the mess. Maid. Maid. Well done. Let's see if you can write that for me. Okay, moving on. Braid. She had a braid in her hair. Braid. What are those sounds we hear? B-r-a-d. Braid. See if you can write the word braid for me. Well done. Paid. He paid the man for doing the job. Paid. 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 Okay. You could also have the word pay in here. I had to pay the man. Pay. Well done. Write down the word paid. And if you want a little bit of challenge, you can write the word pay as well. Stray. The stray dog did not have an owner. Stray. Let's use those sounds. S-t-r-a. Stray. Write down the word stray for me. Well done. And the last one we've got is plate. I had a big plate of pasta for dinner. I too love pasta. That's got me all hungry. Plate. Yes, let's hear those sounds. Plate. Plate. Okay, if you're finished now, let's have a look and see how you went. So here they are. You can see play, stray, maid, braid, paid, snake, and plate. Thumbs up if you are able to get some of those right. Okay, high five if you're able to get all of them right. Well done. So today we're going to be moving on to our second lesson of using possessive apostrophes. Okay, so let's recap. What did we learn yesterday? Now I know my video is going to be in the wrong what place is. I'm going to move it down to the corner. moving all the way over places. Apostrophes are used for contractions. Contractions means to make something shorter, but it's also used to show possession, that something or someone owns something. Okay? We need an owner and an object for possessive apostrophes. That's really important. An owner and an object. And the owner has a possessive apostrophe and an S after it. So here, Wilf's pride was hurt. Wilf is the owner. He owns his pride. Okay. The bear's cubs were snuggling with their mother. I was able to fix that from yesterday's mistake. The bear owns the cubs. So when we're using possessive apostrophes, we really need to have that owner and the object. What else have we learned previously though? Well, we've also learned a plural is when there is more than one. So to make a plural, we sometimes add an S to it. For example, one ball, two balls. One flower, two flowers. Pause the video here. Whoop. I'm trying to move my video because I'm in the way here. Let's have a look. What I want you to do is to pause the video and see if you can write down the plural for these words. Pen, sweet, bag, owl, and shoe. I write with the pen. I like to eat a sweet. I have a bag. The owl hooted. And I have one shoe. Pause the video and write down the plural for these words. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how you went. So again, all I need to do with these words, because they are regular plurals, is I need to add S to them. So we have pens, sweets, bags, owls, shoes. Well done if you're able to get all of those right. Now, the reason this is important is because sometimes when my children are using possessive apostrophes, they think, oh, I'm putting an S here, I have to use a possessive apostrophe. Okay, they're not using it correctly. So in this sentence here, I've got 4 possessive apostrophes used in the passage below, but only 3 of them are correct. So there's 4 possessive apostrophes. 1, 2, 3, 4, but only 3 of them are correct. I'm going to read the sentence and I want you to tell me which ones are correct, but which one is the mistake, and tell me why. Remember, owner, object, owner, object. The teacher's classroom was messy. The table had books all over them, and some of the children's lunch boxes were laying on the floor. He knew he had to tidy it up, so he borrowed the cleaner's dustpan and got to work. Pause the video here and see if you can work out which one is the mistake and why. Okay, let's have a look. Excellent work. Books is the mistake. Can you tell me why? What's that? Excellent. The book could be an owner, the book's pages, but it's not owning anything. Okay? The book doesn't own the all. The teacher owns the classroom, the children own the lunch boxes, and the cleaner owns the dustpan. But the books doesn't own anything, so it doesn't need a possessive apostrophe. So I need to just get it right, remove that, because books is just a plural. So we have to be really, really careful when we're using the possessive apostrophe that we use it correctly. Make sure we have that owner and the object. Here we are, teacher's classroom, children's lunchboxes. You can see there, they have all the owner object. So let's have a look. Your work today here is to find out which of these sentences uses a possessive apostrophe correctly. I'll read it and then I'll get you to pause the video. The girl's dress was covered in mud. I looked in the bird's nest and saw a chick. The pencils needed sharpening because they were blunt. Peter's presents were wrapped and placed under the tree. My bag was full of old sweets and other rubbish. Yeah, that sounds like my bag. Okay, pause the video here and work out which of these sentences uses a possessive apostrophe correctly. Okay, go. Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's have a look. How did you go? Excellent work. The ones in green are using them correctly. Let's have a look. The girl's dresses. The girl is the owner, and she owns a dress. Owner and object. I looked in the bird's nest. Excellent work. The bird is the owner. What does the bird own? It owns a nest. Pencils needed sharpening. Well, this is saying it's an owner, but it's not owning anything. So that should just be a plural. I do not need that apostrophe up there. Fantastic if you're able to work that out. Peter's presents were wrapped and placed under the tree. Peter is my owner. What does he own? Some presents. And my bag was full of old sweets and other rubbish. The sweets could be an owner, the sweets wrapper, but it's not owning an object. So this one is just a plural. I don't need that possessive apostrophe. Okay, so your work today, boys and girls, is I want you to think about writing your own sentences. Okay, like we did yesterday, but this time I want you to use one that is, write a sentence that is incorrect. Okay, write one where you're using a plural, okay, and put that possessive apostrophe there. And then you can ask one of your parents or your brothers and sisters, if they're older, if they can spot which one is the mistake. So use these prompts if you need to. They're the ones we were using yesterday. So we have the bear's caves and the bear's cubs could be in there. I have Wilf's footprints. Oh, there's a plural. Footprints. Well done. The narwhal's tusk. Okay. And Wilf's howl. Okay. If you want, you can have Wilf's ears. You can have the narwhal's eyes for plurals. Okay. So thinking there, trying to write a sentence that is correct, okay, using a possessive apostrophe, and one that's incorrect, where you're not using the apostrophe correctly, where it's just a plural, okay, and see if you can find someone to use it to spot your mistake. Okay, good luck. Okay, pause the video here while you do that, and then I'll come back and I'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. So let's have a quick look. What have we learned today? When using a possessive apostrophe, we need an owner and we need that object. That is really, really, really important. I can't stress that enough. And sometimes we use a plural and may mistakenly write an apostrophe with it. Okay, so if it's a plural, we usually add an S, and sometimes we can make a mistake by putting a possessive apostrophe with it, but we don't need to because it doesn't have that owner object. Okay. Good luck. I hope now you've been able to spot some of the mistakes that you commonly use, commonly do. I know my children do it, and hopefully this lesson will teach them, okay? When using a possessive apostrophe, really, really think an owner and an object. Okay, take care, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.